So for this month, these are the three main news that caught my attention. So apparently, in China, we already have hundreds of thousands of people being vaccinated. So I think in one of the article I saw, there's like 350,000 people already being vaccinated. So apparently vaccine is sort of like available. But then just now I was just chatting with someone. He actually do say that, vaccine doesn't mean that vaccinated will confirm it will work. Okay. I don't know whether I'm a positive bias. To me, of course, this is a very good news. It seems that the China, the Russia have already vaccine. But what I'm also hearing is that the vaccine may not work. Okay. I don't know. Anybody want to share their opinion, but I tend to be a bit more positive bias here. So this is what the news I've been following very closely. Okay, the next one is, okay, this one is actually quite a surprise to me. So apparently they say you actually take about 3 to 5 years, take about 3 to 5 years for it to recover. So it seems that from the Singapore, from the political perspective, they are actually quite pessimistic about this crisis, this COVID thing can take that long, 3 to 5 years. So we really probably have to, remain tough, remain vigilant. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think there's actually there's actually some comments about the vaccine out of the chat. So if you all can also just read. Thank you so much. Of course, feel free to contribute. Okay. So about the vaccine and so on and so forth. Maybe I don't know lah. I tend to be very optimistic actually, but after looking at all this thing, I probably want to be more cautious. Then convert into investment wise. That means still must keep some reserve. It's still not a time to all show hand yet. I know in the Joel's term is every time show hand. So this one must only maybe show 2 finger only. Okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks for all the comments about the vaccine. So please keep coming in. So I think some of you, if I'm not wrong, in the medical field, probably you all can share more about the vaccine thing. So I think please contribute in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, and the last news is this. Okay, the Fed vows to keep interest rate near zero until inflation rise. So this is quite interesting to me. So by the way, they say they're actually going to see the interest rate stay low until 2022. Okay. And some thinking that probably the hike only coming in 2023. So again, investment eventually have an overall view. So like for example, with this thing, what is the first thing that you should come into your mind when interest rate is low? Can someone please share? Okay, when interest rate is low, what is the first thing you may come? Dollar drop. Okay, what else? What else that you can benefit from this? Okay. What else can you benefit from low interest? Thank you so much. Loans. Thank you so much. So the first thing I did was I actually went to refinance my property loan already. Now I'm paying like only 1.4%. That is the latest I'm actually paying right now. I used to pay about 2.5. Now I'm 1.4. So every month I save about $500. I'm doing with UOB 1.4. I think if you go to those mortgage brokers, you can even go to like 1.2 if I'm not wrong. Okay, I think the lowest is actually 1.2. So this is one thing. Like I said, so investment is not just about buying stocks. So to me, this is a very good investment, and especially for those who are thinking of buying. So of course, this one you manage your own risk. So if let's say you're thinking of buying a property right now, I would personally I would actually borrow as much as possible, even if I have the cash to pay off. But the cash, where would I be putting it? Okay, so let's say for example, I want to buy a HDB, for example. Okay, I have $600,000. So instead of paying my full 600,000, I may want to borrow at 400,000. I borrow at 1.4%. Then the other 400,000, where should I actually put? Okay, you can put in REITs, but somewhere safer. If you actually want to go somewhere safer, what do you actually do? Okay, thank you so much. CPF, so you think about it. If let's say if the money I put CPF, you earn about 2.5, then you actually pay 1.4. So again, that is another way of making money. So I know a lot of people say, I don't like to borrow money, and I don't want to borrow money. But basically, if let's say you have the money, you put the CPF also very safe. You're not touching it, you're not investing. So technically, CPF so far quite okay, unless the government collapse or whatever. Okay, CPF you 2.5. Then after that, you actually borrow at 1.4. So what are you actually doing? So you are borrowing 1.4, make 1% CPF. Every 1% of 400,000 every year, you get another $4,000 extra. Okay, so it's also good money. Why not? Where to borrow? Bank. So if you buy properties, when you actually buy properties, when you actually buy properties, you can. So of course, I think this is one of the reasons why the property market is actually still very buoyant. For those who have been tracking the property market for information, is still very active. In fact, my real estate partner has been very busy. People are still buying property. Penrose, thank you so much. Borrow from Emin. Wow, Jimmy, Sabo, I want to borrow from you, you borrow from me. Okay, so this is one thing. I think there's a question on bonds. Theoretically speaking, when interest rate is down, bond price will go up. Correct. They are in reverse direction. Interest rate is down, bond price will go up. That is theoretical. Of course, if let's say you want to do what we call the spread, one called spread. If you actually want to borrow, then go and invest in stocks and things like that, there's a higher risk element. That's something you have to take note of. Okay. Also, anyway, this is one other news that has been keeping me, getting me excited for this month.